So in terms of fundamentals, the main roadblock that I tend to see in terms of people either coming into this gym for the first time or a gym in general for the first time, it's definitely less physical. I would say it's more mental in terms of insecurities, comparing ourselves to how advanced someone else is. Maybe someone else is doing like 50 push-ups and I'm just trying to get down to the ground safely. I think it's so important to remember that we have all been through the learning process and we're all starting in our own zones. So yeah, maybe if you're learning how to get down to the ground, it's good to reframe it and be like, okay, at least I can use my wrist and put pressure and weight on my wrist in a way that allows me to learn this movement. Movement in general is such a blessing. And I think being able to do a movement and it being physically tough rather than physically painful is a blessing. And a lot of people kind of lose sight about that. So if you're sitting here and worrying about how much more advanced Steve is maybe on the other side of the room, reframe it, take a step back and realize you're here, you're able to move, and you will get there if you are consistent and you put that work in. The main thing about consistency is that it will take you places. Maybe it won't take you to the exact goal that you thought it would take you, but it's definitely going to take you somewhere exciting. If you're worried about not progressing, the one way to absolutely not progress is to never try. So if you're sitting here and like, oh, I might as well not try, you will absolutely never, ever, ever get better. You'll never get to Steve on the other side of the room. So just stay consistent, stay grateful for movement, and ground yourself because we all start somewhere. What helps a lot when you're coming in and you're starting your fundamentals journey with whatever coach you have, if you are feeling scared or you're feeling nervous or insecure or frustrated, tell us. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna know, and I don't wanna bring it up and make you feel awkward. So I'm just gonna, try to lighten up the zone. But if you come out and tell me, hey, this sucks and I hate this, I love it. I never think you're being a downer or you're complaining. You're just being honest with me. And I think that I'm speaking for every coach here at the very least. It feels better when you communicate with us because it feels like you trust us. If you let your coach know where you are mentally, it's easier to help you physically. If I know that the movement that we're doing is making you nervous, we can take a step back and take a deep breath, reset our minds, and approach it in a way that's maybe even less intense. So if I'm cheering you on and I'm making the situation more intense than you want it to be, then you can tell your coach, say, hey, can we take a second, take a breath, reframe it, make it less intense. I'll be like, oh, okay, sorry about that. Yes, we can. Take a breath with me, and then we'll reapproach it with a calmer mindset. But the job of every single coach is to meet you where you are. You don't have to meet me where I am because I train my own stuff. I'm here to train you. So if you tell me how you're feeling, I can meet you there and we can move forward from where you are.